Now, it's funny that you should mention that, because that's exactly where we get the word Catholic from. So, as you may or may not know, the word Catholic means universal, and it comes from the Greek word katholikos, if I'm saying it right. And this in turn comes from another Greek word, kathalou. Again, my Greek is a bit rusty, which means on the whole, or according to the whole, or in general. So you get the idea. It's about something that is all-encompassing, a general body of something, universal. And the first biblical reference to this is in Acts 9, verse 31, which is speaking about the church throughout all Judea, Galilee, and Samaria. And the words in English that say throughout all, in Greek, are kath, kata, and holos, which together forms the word Catholicos. And just to show that I'm not making this up, here is Acts 9:31. Here is katholos, which you can see down here, throughout all. Katholos. Catholicos. And you say it together. And this became a common term used by the early church to refer to the church, the global church, the body of believers, which was everywhere throughout the world, was the Church Catholic, the Church Universal. And the earliest historical usage outside of the Bible comes from Ignatius of Antioch, who was actually the disciple of the Apostle John. So, I trust that he knows what he's talking about. He's been taught by an apostle, and he uses that term to refer to the Church Catholic. And he says, wherever the bishop shall appear, let the multitude of the people also be, even as wherever Jesus Christ is, there is the Church Catholic. Referring back to where 2 or 3 are gathered, Jesus is there. So when the church is gathered and the body of believers together, they are the Catholic Church, the Church Catholic, the universal church, the body of believers. That's what it means. And this is a phrase that comes from the book of Acts and was taken upon to mean the church throughout the world, as a quick way of saying the whole church, like we might say today, the global church, meaning the whole body of believers across the world. It's the same thing, Church Catholic, Catholic Church. The difference is not conflating this 1st and 2nd century meaning of the word Catholic with the modern understanding of what Roman Catholics are today. Just because they use the word Catholic, it doesn't mean it's exactly the same meaning as it was 1900 years ago. So in the ancient sense, in the early church sense, saying you were part of the Catholic Church meant you were Orthodox, and you were within Orthodoxy, which is the distinction between Catholics and heretics. That is the difference. If you're a Catholic, you're within Orthodoxy, else you are outside the Catholic Church, and you are a heretic. Hence the phrase that modern Catholics like to say, there's no salvation outside of the Catholic Church, which is a quote from John Chrysostom, I think, who says it, but he means it in the ancient sense of, if you're not in the body of Christ, you are not saved. There is no salvation outside of Jesus, is what he's saying, not there's no salvation outside of an institutional church. So anyway, I could go on for a long time about this. So I hope that makes sense, and hopefully learn something here.